Coach, 2-0 down, losing the first home ODI series. What's the feeling with the team right now?
It's a tough one to take, but I mean, winning is always going to be giving confidence to the team. But having said that, like we have taken a different route, like to change the team culture and looking for some yeah, few youngsters coming into the system. Um, and actually, I mean, some of these decisions that we have taken um, actually cost us here and there a few situations going towards a win. But one of the days you have to take that gamble and go forward. And I think especially for the youngsters, it's all about learning. And for me, yes, the end result is very tough. But when you talk about the game, I have more positives than negatives.
We were worried about the batting front when we started the series, but in both the games, batting has been pretty well. But the bowling proved to be the turning point. So, how do you see the bowling performance in this tour?
Bowling, I mean, that even the team meeting that we had after the game, two-thirds of the time we talked about the bowling, and because we always we talk about our bowling is our strength, and every time that we have done well in Oman and Dubai in the last 3 months, just because that because of the bowlers. But there are occasions that the bowlers couldn't execute the plans, and one of the games also in UAE, not in Oman against UAE, the game that we got semi-finals, we all were surprised how the bowlers were bowled on that day. They went totally away from the plan, uh, and even for these two games, we went out of the plans. So something that we have to be aware is not that the bowling unit is not capable. They are capable, but in between few games they go out of the track. So something that I need to be aware and work hard with them to keep them more consistently in the right track.
You said we are going through a transition phase, but this kind of performance, even the fans, they were unhappy about the performance. So, is there any pressure on you regarding the team selection because you have made some changes after you came here, and that doesn't seem to be delivering?
And I mean, for me, no pressure because I'm very clear what I'm doing, and I know that my route is not going to be that easy because of the hard decisions, and Nepal cricket also have no way out if I cannot take those hard decisions, and we are in the middle of that route, so we are not that far away from the light in the tunnel. So I'm confident where I'm going, and I'm confident that the team is going to do well. But we will have pick up a few hiccups here and there. But I mean, the route that we have taken, and there is no looking back.
Our preference right now was to be the ODI series this because we're targeting the League Two series now. So what are the takeaways from this series specific that you'll take on to the next series in US?
It's a great one to see, getting 200s. I'm a coach where I always like to see three figures from the batters, and I hate to see when a batter get into a 60, 80 and get out. So I'm keep talking into their ears, getting to those three figures, and I think it can be outcome for those two games, after a long time. Maybe the first time, maybe back-to-back hundreds in 50 over cricket for Nepal, and so that's the main thing I see as a takeaway from this tournament. The batting is slowly shaping up, and the reason that I'm talking about these three figures is once when a batsman knows how to get 100, it's going to be a habit for them. And when they know that when you get into the 30, 40, and how you convert that 30, 40 into a big total, and that's the only way that a team can get into these 250 plus scores. So that's one big thing that we have pushed, and then I think it's happening, and also I'm very impressed of Dev Khanal, how he batted, and I mean, of course there are so many areas that he needs to improve as a youngster, but I think he has a long career with Nepal cricket, and he is capable of doing the job for us.
We have two left-arm spinners in the squad. but we didn't play both in any of the team, and we knew PNG had a lot of left-arm batsmen. So what was the idea behind putting these two left-arm spinners in the team?
The left arm spinners, like we want one left arm spinners to develop to be partner of Sandeep, and that's why he's there. We had one left arm in Dubai, and we want to see what Sushant also can do, because he has played a lot of cricket for Nepal earlier. So we just brought him into the system to see, like because they're part of the training, and they're part of these team meetings and everything that we do for preparation and even team meetings. So I want, like if somebody is coming to this team in the future also, they all need to know what we talked about and how we want to to things to be done. So that's the main reason that I had those two guys in the squad. And unfortunately, like I couldn't give a game. Actually, I was thinking to somehow make room for a left armer in the second game, but just because that we didn't have a good game in the first game, so I was under pressure to keep the off spinners playing, and a bit of a long batting lineup also, like to be there. And the off spinners are mainly because of four or five left-handers in the middle order of PNG. But moving forward, I think we want one left armer to be developed into a level where who can be partner of Sandeep.
In your last tenure, it was Basanta and Sakti throughout the lineup. They were the mainstay in the playing lineup. So do you think we lack quality spinners right now in this Nepalese team?
No, I think like the spinners are there, and I think like here and there we get into a holes where even like today we expect a lot from Sandeep, and there are days that he get today he was struggling a bit for a line and length, and because of that focus that we have so much on Sandeep, like we actually haven't got that other his partner. It can be any left armer. We haven't got actually we haven't given him enough confidence, like to bowl. Even Saga was there whole in Dubai. If he played few games, 2 or 3 games he played, but never bowled the full quota. Just because that the fast bowlers were bowling well, and then Sandeep was bowling well, and the other plus point what we have is Dipendra is bowling his full quota, even though he is there as a part-timer, whether he's left-handers or right-handers, he's very smart to get his 10 overs, and he is very economical. So those are lots of plus points. But like you said, we really need to develop a left armer to be in this team.